Alright lads, today we're going to turn the humble barbecue into a beef rib smoking machine. That will get your neighbours just making every excuse possible to come around and see what you're cooking. Now grab yourself a brew, let's smoke some meat. So you're going to need to select your seasoning. Now we're going with the summer line today of mushroom soy sauce, kosher salt and 16 mesh black pepper. We're also going to need some high quality briquettes, none of that store-bought rubbish. And then you need to find yourself some wood. Now go out into the wild, keep a keen eye, and when you see it, throw that axe. Now try to not get magnolia, oak is probably best. Now grab your barbecue. I'm using an SNS Kettle Grill today. It's an amazing bit of kit.
That's hot. I'm back. Oh.
And the star of the show, some beautiful beef short ribs. So with your beef ribs, these are beautiful. I mean, look at the marbling on that. But the first thing you need to do is look for any flappy bits that remind you of your grandma's arms. You want to take those off because they're just going to burn up. They're not going to smoke nice. But as always with John Davison's, these ribs are looking absolutely beautiful. Now you can take this fat cap off. There is a bit of silver skin underneath here. But because we're doing it on the SNS grill, I'm going to leave that fat on just so it's got a bit of protection. So we're going to keep it beautiful today. So I'm going to get some mushroom soy sauce. Everything will be linked down in the description as normal, so don't worry about that. If you need to go and buy it, just go and have a look in the description, it's all there. This mushroom soy just adds a beautiful flavour to it and just helps you develop the most beautiful bark. And that's it, beautiful, all nice and done. Now I'm going to keep it really nice and simple. We're going to do 16 mesh black pepper. Really nice layer of that. That helps catch all the smoke. Doing all sides. Beautiful. And I'm not going to bother with the membrane side. You're just wasting this seasoning. You're not going to eat it, so don't bother seasoning it. Next we're going to get some, this is kosher salt, and we're just going to do a really nice beautiful layer of that. Give it a pat to help it adhere. Beautiful. Now let's let this rub adhere as long as it takes you to drink another beer. So today we're going to use the snake method, and this is going to ensure that we've got a decent consistent burn throughout the cook, and that's another reason why I use briquette rather than lump wood charcoal. Now use some tumbleweeds like those, stick them at the end and add a couple of briquettes on top, and just allows that to start catching, and that will spread and cook really evenly. Now whilst we're doing that, I'm going to put a water pan in there. This is going to help add moisture to the cook. Now let me know in the comments whether or not this bit made you need a wee. Actually that's a bit weird. Just leave a comment whether or not you use water pans in your cooks as well. Now grab your freshly caught bits of wood, and we're going to place these along the briquettes at different intervals. Basically as this burns, they're going to smoulder, and that's got a lot of cook and a lot of cook. I'm talking about a lot of smoke and a lot of flavour to your cook. Then it's on top of the grill. Make sure the opening bit is above your charcoal so that if you need to replace anything, add some more wood, you've got easy access to do that. I'm using a digital thermometer. This is a Thermalworks Signals, and it's my go-to, really good. And another reason why I like this SNS, it's got this beautiful port that you can put it through. So I'm going to put a pit probe, stick your meat on, give it a pat for luck, and then ram a probe in it just for good measure. To get the probe dead in the middle so you get a really good reading. Then it's on with the lid. I'm going to open up the vents on the top and the bottom maximum to get maximum airflow and get it up to temperature. Once it's steady, we aim around 250, 260, then close the vents down a little bit just to maintain that temperature. Now look at this, the colour we're getting on this is absolutely amazing. Now you have to remember this is on the kettle barbecue, we're only using chunks of wood, and look at this, it looks absolutely amazing. Where we've left the fat on, you can see that starting to get really nice and soft, looking amazing. And if I show you this side as well, I mean look at that, stunning. That is looking beautiful, exactly where we want it. So now it's time to grab another beer and just relax and try and look through So we're just coming up to the 4-hour mark, and the Firmworks is showing 192 at the moment, and I just want to test that and see how we're getting on. So 198 there, 192 here. It is beautiful and tender. Still a little bit way to go, so it's a little bit not as soft as I want. So I reckon we've got another maybe half hour. I mean, look at that. This is just nuts. This shows you just how capable this little grill is. You don't need a massive offset. You can just do it with whatever equipment you've got. Don't ever let it stop you. You just get out there and start cooking, and you can cook this beautiful barbecue with literally hardly any equipment whatsoever. But we'll let this carry on. Fuel's pretty much gone on. I did add a bit more back here, but actually I've still got probably about a good hour actually. I'm not going to put any more wood on now. It's taken all the smoke that I want it to have now. It is just literally about getting this to nice and tender. So we are dead on the 5 hour mark. Internal temp according to this is 208. So let's have a look. Oh yeah. Now that's the sight you want to greet you boys. You've worked hard on this. Look at that. Look at that. I'm just going to drop it. That is like butter. Now we need to take these off. We're going to wrap them in butcher's paper, let them rest, and then slice into these bad boys and enjoy all your hard work. But these look incredible. So I'm going to leave that on the counter for like 30 minutes, just let it come down in temperature. Want it to be about 150, so when we slice it, it's not too hot. All that steam comes out and with it your moisture. You've worked really hard on these. They look amazing. You want them to taste and eat amazing, so just take the time, let them rest, and we'll come back in 30 minutes, slice them and enjoy some beautiful beef ribs. Gee, I cannot wait anymore. I'm going to slice into these. They might be a little bit too hot, but you know what, it's going to be good. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That bark, gorgeous, but that fat, oh, I mean look, poking my finger in it, it is soft as you like. Right, give this a good old slice, straight through the middle. Oh, that is like butter. Amazing. Now that is what you want. Look at that. I ain't squeezing this, and that is juicy as anything. I mean, look at that smoke ring, beautiful bark on it. Oh, it's just, and it's so easy. I mean, look, I've been pretending to clean things for 5 hours, supervising this, wandering around the garden, looking up at the sky, and this has been doing all the hard work itself. I've done virtually nothing. It's so easy. You can do this as well. But why am I yapping to you lot when I could be eating this? Oh my, look, just dripping. That is amazing. Mate, that is unreal. That is so tender, smoky. Wow. I know you're not meant to be doing 2 bites, but I don't give monkeys. I'm enjoying myself. Oh, that is freaking amazing. So you've made it this far. Give us a like. Drop a comment down below what you want to see me cook. Maybe we do something fancy like brisket next. Let me know. And subscribe for more backyard brilliance. But until the next video, take care of yourself, and I'll see you real soon. Oh, back to this now. Not to you lot anymore. Time to eat.